Even though I am glad Riboku is at a disadvantage in this battle of wits against Ousen, I have to say I feel very bad for him. And the reason for that is because of the king. The Zhao King is... oh my god, like we knew he was scum. We knew he was. We knew he was one of the biggest scumbags in this series. But when you see what he said in front of everyone, the commanders, Riboku, all of them, and when he said, I don't care what happens from top to bottom, anyone in this kingdom, I don't care. We can hold off for a decade, or maybe two, and then at the time of a decade or two, I'll already be dead. So, at that moment, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whatever happens to all the citizens and all of that, and the future kings, to my family, whatever, it doesn't matter. He's like, I don't care. As long as if I'm fine. And when he says he just doesn't care at all about anyone, and he's just willing to protect himself, and he's willing to let everyone die, and even doom the future. Doom the future of his country. Even if he knows the country is doomed, he's willing to doom his entire country just for he can have a peaceful life. A few years, and then just die. I am just so disgusted with this character that I have been saying it, and I want to continue saying it. The reason why this country will fall, why Zhao will fall, is because of the king. That is the main reason. I can already see it happening. I already see it. You want to know? What's probably going to happen is this battle is going to happen with, Ousen going in, Riboku's going in. It's going to be a big battle going on, okay? And then while Kanki's army is sitting there, standing back, and just starving out Gyo is eventually going to fall. It's just a matter of time until that falls. It doesn't have long. The city will fall. Just when is the question. And the point is what the king stated to Riboku is the most concerning thing. Because this is a man that is doing some really heinous stuff. Like, he is scum. When Gyo falls, he says, if Gyo falls, Riboku, I will kill you. And all of your lackeys, your followers, will die as well. Basically, all of Riboku's commanders, his friends, everyone that's a part of his army, will get killed. And so, in turn, that means automatically the future of the country is doomed. I don't think, at the end of the day, it's gonna be us, the Quinn army, that's gonna take down Riboku. I mean, it's gonna be a big part of it, but what's really gonna seal the final nail in the coffin is the king. The king killing Riboku, killing him off, and then causing it to where Ousen's able to take in his army and capture the capital city, capture Gyo, and it's just done. I feel like something like that's going to happen, because the way that was hinted at in this chapter, it just makes sense. That's the path that most likely this is going to take. And it just saddens me, because I'm glad Riboku is losing, because I don't want our characters to lose, and I'm glad he's at a disadvantage, but it saddens me that he's losing thanks to how incompetent his king is of his country, and I now understand why Riboku isn't leaving the country, because that was something that's been bugging me for a while. Like, okay, we know that the king is awful. He's someone, honestly, I couldn't serve. I couldn't serve him. I mean, I couldn't. I mean, if I was in Riboku's position, I would say, fuck this shit. I would just get out. I wouldn't. But this chapter gives us clarification to why Riboku is going so hard on protecting the country. It isn't just for the citizens. It's also for a brighter future. And everything that Riboku said in the past to, like, our Prince of Quinn, when he says, I would love to serve you. You're that type of ruler I would love to serve. Now we know why he said that. Because the Prince of Zhao, that person is a really good person. A good ruler. Someone that would definitely make the future of Zhao bright. And that is why Riboku continues to fight and stay on that side, because he knows once the king, the current king, is gone, the future of Zhao will be bright. And now it makes sense why he goes so far, why he hasn't just up and left. So it's honorable. It's really honorable that he's willing to go that far, but that's going to be his undoing, because I feel like since we know Gyo is going to fall, it's just a matter of time, depending on how the king acts. Riboku's dead. He's going to die. And it's not going to be because of Ousen, it's not going to be because of, Shin or anyone. Basically, the king is going to kill him. Oh, man, that's messed up when you think about it. So, I feel bad, but that's just how it works. I mean, I guess, Quinn needs to use this as, a way to win. I mean, this is a nice advantage for them. I mean, I could see why, they might win this is because of that. And it's going to be the king. It's going to be the king that's going to mess all of this up. So, let's talk about the plan here. So, basically, we have it to where Konki is going to continue to be stationed around Gyo. He's going to continue to starve out Gyo and then wait to take the city once, everything is GG there. But while Konki's army stays there, we have the other parts of the army splitting up and going to two separate battlefields. We have Heki, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's going over to help out Yotanwa. He's commanding 10,000 soldiers. That is a major step up. Like, damn, this man has had a major step up with how many people he is commanding, and he is going to Yotanwa to help her. And the others are going with Ousen and actually helping him out on another battlefield. And Ousen is actually betting all his cards on the table that Riboku is going to pop up there on that battlefield, and they're going to have a big colossal war going on there. So basically, Yotanwa, she needs to finish that battle really quickly. She needs to get that done, because if she can get that done in a good amount of time, she can offer reinforcements, set up a supply line, all that, offer reinforcements to Ousen's army, give him backup, and then help out Shin and all of them. So, right now, what I think is going to happen is Yotanwa's battle needs to be concluded as quickly as possible. But the thing is that Ousen can't, use any more troops over there. He has to go to the main battlefield, the one to where Riboku is going, where the main person that is going to cause a lot of problems is going to be. So, the big wild card here, whatever's going to happen and what's going to shift this big war going on where Ousen and Riboku is going to be what's going on with Yotanwa. If she loses that fight over there, that means that Ousen's army is going to get completely flanked. They're going to get wrecked, and they're going to have to just back the hell off. That's what's going to happen there. But if Yotanwa wins, supply line can get set up, and then they can go around and then hit, Riboku's army as well. So there's a 50-50 chance here whatever's going to happen. Obviously, the army Yotanwa is fighting has more men, but we know now when it comes to Kingdom, it's not always about numbers. I mean, numbers are a big thing about the war and all that. We know. We have seen it firsthand. However, it's not always about the numbers. It's about tactics, strategy, and what you can use to, give morale to your troops and continue to have them press forward. I mean, look at the Battle of Sai. That was one of the best arcs. Oh my god, that was so good. Just when you remember that, and then you think about it, numbers are important, but they aren't the be-all, say-all that will conclude every war. Just because you have 100,000 men and this army has 50,000 men doesn't automatically mean that the 100,000 men are going to, win. It comes down to who utilizes their force better than each other. So Yotanwa, I'm pretty excited to see how that battle's going to go on, because whatever happens there is really going to decide what's going to happen in the other battlefields. Now, another thing, too, we need to take note of is when Gyo falls. When Gyo finally falls, obviously Konki, he's going to have to stay there to be stationed in Gyo. He's going to have to stay there to make sure everything's fine. But he might be able to send slight reinforcements to help out the other battlefields as well if Gyo falls sooner than we expect. So let's just say, okay, Gyo falls in the middle of the battlefield. No battlefield's concluded yet. Yotanwa's still in the middle of a fight, Ousen's in the middle of a fight, Shin's in the middle of a fight, all of them are in the middle of a fight, but Gyo falls. Automatically, that would mean that Konki goes in there, he can station a bunch of troops inside of there, maybe half his force, and then he can split them out to other battlefields and then flake the enemies. Or he can do another attack or whatever, maybe setting up supply lines as well, who knows. The main point is that if Gyo falls quicker than expected, that would mean that Kanki can have more tools to play with. He can go in and send in reinforcements and help out, which could really make a big wild card in this fight too. So we need to remember that. That is something very important we gotta remember, because Gyo is very powerful. Has a lot of defense. You don't need to station 100,000 men in there. You don't need to, because there is such good defenses a part of that city that you wouldn't need to station as many men as you would in a regular town. So because of that, I could see Kanki splitting his army up. But yeah, the latest chapter of Kingdom was really, really good. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm excited to see how Riboku is going to overcome this situation, how Ousen is also going to outsmart him. It's a really good game of wits, battle of wits right now, and I just can't wait to see what's going to happen next. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please be safe. Chibi out.